Okay, I just wanted to go on like a little rant-ish thing. Hi, baby. Hi. So Matt ordered us a new fridge. We previously had a fridge that was always breaking down. It was a few years old, and we had got it for free as one of those like low-income help things from when we were both out of work before. We didn't have any work, so no money coming in, and our other fridge before that was broken. It was really anywho, so it was very simple, and it did what we needed it to for a couple of years, and then it started like having issues and breaking down. So we're in a okay place right now financially. So Matthew ordered us a brand new fridge. We were going to just get a used fridge off of like, you know, one of the Facebook exchanges, or like buy one from someone, and to buy one used for just a few $100s. But then we just decided that, you know what, no matter what we get from somebody else, there's always the chance that it will break down soon. So we wanted to just save the hassle and just get a brand new one, since we were able to do that at this time. So Matt ordered us a brand new one, and it's awesome because it was the best deal that we found. We do everything, we're super cheap, so we do everything like the best deal we can get. Even though this was like a nice new fridge, we still, you know, got the best deal we could get, and we got it on a really good sale and everything like that. Yes, it is. Emily loves Twinkle Twinkle. So anywho, okay, first off, when Matt ordered the fridge, he ordered it online from Costco's website. It told him that it would be like 2 to 3 weeks for delivery, and you know, they would call him a week ahead of time and schedule the delivery installation. So that was cool. But it was on like, I think it was on the 3rd week. It was like between 2 and 3 weeks later. Matt called in and was just like, hey, you know, I just wanted to check in on ETA, because he works a lot of different crazy hours. That's okay, you could fix it, Bubba. Just be more careful. So just fix it, it's okay. Anyway, he works a lot of crazy schedules and stuff, and his schedule's always changing, so he wanted to make sure that he'd actually be home for it to happen. He wasn't trying to like rush anyone, but he was like, hey, do you know an ETA on when they might be calling me to schedule the delivery? And they told him, we have a lot of back orders that we have to fill first. Your fridge isn't back ordered, but we have to fill back orders before we can deliver your fridge. And that didn't really make much sense. Please leave a comment if you understand the logic behind that, but I don't know, I just don't understand that, but whatever, no big deal. But they said that, you know, they're gonna give us like a little bit of a discount for that, because our fridge was completely broken. So it was like, it was kind of an inconvenience for us, because our fridge was literally making all of our food go bad constantly. It just kept stopping. So then we wait a little bit longer. He calls a few more times just to be like, hey, so do we know like how long it's gonna be? And because they had told us like the end of August, and this was in June, so we were like, we have to wait 2 months, even though we ordered a fridge that's not back ordered. We have to wait 2 months while we have a broken fridge. All our food is going bad. You know, like, this is kind of dumb. So that's why they gave us, they said that they would give us a discount after everything went through. It didn't like come out right away or anything. So said and done. And then we finally got our fridge. I think it was about 3 weeks later. I think someone probably like put a rush through or something. Like I said, they told us like the end of August would probably be when we would get it, and we ended up getting it when they delivered it and installed it. Right at the end, right when the guys were packing up, Matt was like, oh yeah, we'll finish putting in like the drawers and stuff, and the shelves inside, you guys can head off, and like it was all cool. Well, we noticed that there was a couple little, just very minor, like dents on some of the drawers and stuff, and like some scratches on the side of the fridge. So that's no big deal at all. You know, like first world problems, it's not a big thing at all. but it was a brand new thing, so it should come nice. So Matt was just like, oh hey, like do you have any extra of this like shelf or whatever, because this one's like dented and dinged up. Like I just wanted to let you know, for delivering for other people, like if you need to pack it a little extra more, because this one came like scratched and a little bit dinged up, you know, that way no one else gets their new fridge all messed up, or you know, whatever else. Just that kind of thing. We weren't trying to be picky and be like, ooh, there's this tiny little scratch, you better, well, so Matt told them about it, and then they said that the policy was that if they saw it, they had to call it in to the supervisor and order an entire new one. They can't just replace like the little tiny shelf. They have to replace like the entire fridge. And we would have to wait for all of that as well. So we were like, okay. So they said we could keep this one in the meantime. And then they would, you know, and they hauled away our old one and all that. So that was cool. And we were like, okay, whatever, no big deal. And they, again, said, you know, when I guess the supervisor, whatever, whoever from the company called Matt and was like, hey, yeah, so we're going to order a new one. We'll schedule it, and then we're going to give you a little bit more of a discount once everything goes through. Cool. We still don't know how much of a discount it's going to be, because it took forever for them to finally schedule the delivery, and then they finally did. And this was like 2 days ago that they finally like called to schedule it and everything. The guys, Matt had told them when they scheduled it to please schedule it in the morning time, because he works at night and in the evening, and so he wouldn't be home for them to deliver it and all that, and definitely didn't want, you know, me being home alone with the babies, having them like deliver, like some strangers, obviously we're sure they're fine, but like you never know. So it's just a safety thing. He doesn't want just me home alone with the babies, juggling them, which they're probably gonna be fussy, and then on top of that, just all of us home alone without him, while these guys we don't know come and install a new fridge. So that's cool. He tells them like, hey, please, you know, schedule it for the morning time. They're like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And then the day of, I had a doctor appointment for the baby in the morning, super early, like 8:45 in the morning. And then I had to stop at Walmart on the way home just for a quick little thing after the doctor appointment, because the Walmart is right around the corner from the doctor's office that we go to. So I did that, came back, and they hadn't shown up. And Matt had just gotten home from work at like 8:15-ish. He works all night long. So he came home. He was going to stay up for a little bit, but he was like, you know what, I'm really exhausted. He hadn't slept the day before for more than, I think it was like 2 hours. So he lays down and is like, hey, when you get back, let me know, like wake me up if I don't wake up to my phone ringing or anything, if they're calling to say like, hey, we're coming. Because they usually call when they're like half an hour away. So I said, okay, cool. I got everything done as soon as I could. So I get home, and you know, nothing, they hadn't shown up or called or anything yet. He told me to wake them up by 1 latest if they hadn't shown up or anything, so you could hang out with the girls and all that. But they should be here before then, right? Well, they hadn't shown up. I woke him up. The time goes by. He had to leave at like 5-ish. So he calls and he's like, hey, like, do we know ETA for this fridge that was supposed to be dropped off this morning? And they go, oh, well, we have no control over what time that they show up. And you're the last stop of the day. They have a really big commercial drop-off first before they get to you. And he's like, okay, well, I'm not going to be home. I asked specifically for the morning for this reason, and I need to be home for this. So we went back and forth with them. They were just, there was one person, it wasn't Costco, so don't go off all mad. I don't want anyone thinking that Costco is stupid or anything, but like, so this is the delivery people that Costco uses for the fridge. So, what's it called? So he calls them, and the delivery company, and the delivery company was pretty rude, the person that he talked to, Normally we talk to them and they're fine, but this person was pretty rude. Someone's ready for nap. They were pretty rude, and we're just like, sorry, I guess you should have taken the night off work. We're like, okay, we can't really do that, especially because Matt's our sole provider right now. Like, it's not like he can just take the night off. Like, he gets it. That would hurt us, you know. So, anywho, so, and especially after, like, he was told before, like, oh yeah, sure, it'll be in the morning. Like, when we got the first one delivered, it came bright and early in the morning, and everything was fine. So, anywho, so we waited and waited. I had my brother come over to be with us when the fridge got delivered because Matt wouldn't be home. So the delivery guys show up right as my brother showed up, and the delivery guy comes up. I say, hey, you know, according to last time, the fridge has to go through our, like, kitchen slider door. It won't go through the front door, and also you need to take the doors off so that it'll fit through without, like, dinging anything up. They measured last time and told us that, and it's the same dimensions because it's the same fridge, right? So he's like, all right, cool. And then he goes out to, like, unwrap it and get everything ready to bring it in. Emmy, please be careful. And he goes out to, like, unwrap it and get everything ready, and then he comes back in, and I'm unloading, like, the milk and the things from the fridge we were using. And he comes back in and he goes, hey, don't worry about finishing that because this one has a huge dent in the top corner. So I'm gonna have to have my supervisor put a new order in for another new one. Like, do you want to come see it? So I was like, well, yeah, I mean, if there's a big dent, I definitely want a new one, because that's kind of the whole point. And that, he said it was, like, way worse. Like, it was a really big dent in the front of the fridge. So my brother goes out, because I had the baby on me and had just fallen asleep. She was super cranky that day. And I didn't want to, like, drag the kids into the truck and whatever, so I stayed inside to put the stuff back in the fridge, and I had my brother go out and take a picture to send to Matt to let him know what was going on, because he wanted updates and everything, of course. So I'll enter the picture now. So that was the big dent that's on the fridge. So of course we were like, okay, yeah, go ahead and put a new order in for a new one, because like I said, we ordered a brand new one. Obviously the little dent is not gonna hinder the performance of the fridge, or at least I hope it wouldn't, but we ordered something new, so we should get it in, like, good condition. Like, it's like it had to have been in delivery that it got dinged up like that, especially after they said it was, like, some big delivery to some commercial business or whatever. So we're thinking it was probably, like, on the truck during delivery, like, being bumped around and whatever. They seemed kind of rough with things as I was watching them, like, pack everything back up anyway, so we're kind of thinking that it was just, you know, it was the end of the day and they were just, like, rushing and throwing everything in or whatever. But, I mean, I could be wrong, obviously. So whatever. So that happens, and Matt's like, wow. So Matt calls back, and it's just like, okay, so this happened again. Well, because I talked to the delivery guys, and I was like, hey, you know, I was with him when he made a call to his supervisor to make a new one. And I was like, so do you know, like, ETA? Do you know anything about any of it? I was asking him a few different questions. He was like, you know what, you're going to get better information from calling the actual Costco, and they can give you better answers. So I did that. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I appreciate that. Thank you. Instead of just giving me, like, half-assed answers, you know. Or guessing. Like, I appreciate that. And he seemed pretty nice, but very, like, I want to go home kind of thing. It was his last stop of the day. So we were just like, yeah, whatever. So I felt bad that I had my brother, like, waste the gas, because he drove, like, he lives, like, 15, 20 minutes away, so it's not bad. But, you know, he doesn't have just, like, money to blow. So I was like, I'm sorry for wasting your gas money and your time. You know, he was sleeping when I called him to see if he could come over. So it was a last minute thing. And I was like, hey, are you home? Can you come over and be with me so I'm not alone when we're doing this? So it was just a little bit frustrating. But, I mean, obviously, first world problem, not a huge deal. But it was still, like, frustrating, you know? So now we're wondering, like, how long it's going to take, first of all, and second of all, if there's going to be any more issues, because it's just kind of dumb at this point. Like, come on. And also this fridge that we ordered was on a even better sale like a week before at Lowe's, which is right down the street from our house, and we could have bought it then, but then we were like, oh, it's Costco, like they have great customer service and like returns forever and like all that, like, you know, good perks. So being Costco, we were like, we'll go through Costco, and it was only like a little bit different. I think it was like $100 or $200 different between Lowe's sale price that it had been on like the week before we ordered it and the Costco price that Matt got it on. He's like, I should have ordered it then. I should have just gone through Lowe's and maybe would have saved all this hassle. Like we ordered through Costco for a reason, because we thought it would like go a lot better, you know. But I guess when Matt was calling this last time to Costco, I guess they don't even like the delivery service that the brand of the brand of the fridge is who uses this delivery service. And since it comes from the brand of the fridge, even though it's a Costco that we bought it from, they go through the delivery service that the brand of the fridge uses. And Costco doesn't like these delivery guys, but the brand that we got the fridge from likes it. So it's like, oh, gee, things, like, it's frustrating. I don't know. It's just dumb. It's a small problem, but it's still just kind of annoyance. So I just wanted to come on here. This baby is so tired. She always has to play with my face. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell you that, because it's just like, it's dumb, you know? Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just slightly annoying.
Literally just freaking out.
I
that letter. I mean, it's not like
don't know what to say right now. I know the TV is loud in the background. I'm sorry.
I know.
Life-saving surgery remotely.
I will not miss your 20th
So the
anniversary.
delivery people came back to deliver another fridge. It's now 2 weeks later,
I can handle it.
and the same thing just happened again.
Okay, first,
The guys brought the fridge.
they are
Matt thankfully was home. They got here right before he had to leave, so he had time to go up in the truck and look at it as they were unwrapping it. And as I unloaded our fridge and freezer to put everything into the new one,
See? Mom and sister.
I was almost done unloading everything with Cranky Baby on my chest in the like baby carrier thing.
To miss this once in 20-year celebration.
When the delivery guy comes in, says, "Oh, I'm just grabbing my paperwork. You can stop that." They found another dent.
7 layers made with love.
So we're just gonna take this one back again.
And it was going to be a complete and total surprise.
So then I got to reload everything back into the fridge and freezer again with an even crankier baby at this time, still strapped to my chest in the baby carrier.
I'll try not to think.
I have to reload everything, because by the time Matt finished like going in and looking at the fridge to like tell him, "Yo, okay, go ahead," it was time for him to leave to work. So I got to do it all by myself. That was not fun. And this is their third attempt at delivering an intact, brand new refrigerator. Why does this keep happening? I understand it's not something severe, like it's not gonna hinder the workingness, usability of the fridge, but it's kind of the point of the thing. After 3 tries of delivering a fridge, we spent a lot of money on it. It's supposed to be a brand new fridge. This is our first like nice fridge we've ever gotten. I explained earlier that all of the other ones have been like free, or like came in the house or came free from like a, you know, low income thing. So we're finally able to buy a fridge, and they can't even deliver it, and their facility is 20 minutes away. Not even, it's probably like 15. like, I don't understand why they can't let us be the first delivery of the day. That way, A, Matthew can be home and awake and not worry about like time restraints of being late to work or anything. He can help me out with unloading and reloading. And also, there's probably going to be less of a chance of it getting all dented up after riding in the fridge all day long for us to be the last stop of the day. Especially after everything's happened, you think that they would, you know, think it would be like a customer courtesy kind of thing to drop it off first thing. Since we have requested it be dropped off in the morning rather than the night. And like, it just, I don't know. I'm just kind of frustrated. It's not the end of the world. I'm not trying to make it sound like it is, but it's frustrating. Come on. I hope you enjoy my venting. This was more of just for me to vent than anything. So, let me know if you've had anything happen like this. I'm just kind of annoyed. It's not a big, huge thing. I always live by the don't sweat the small stuff policy in life. But it's just, it's annoying. Anyway, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.